Before we start the day 9 recap, I want to talk about pull-up form because people have talked about this a few times now in my comments, or at least brought it up. So for pull-ups, you have basically 3 different grips. You can have a close grip, which is going to be basically just within shoulder width. There's going to be a regular grip, which is just outside shoulder width. And then there's going to be a wide grip. So how do you know what is your max pull-up? Where does your head need to be when you're getting over the bar? So if you're out wide and you got that grip, you're going to pull it up like this. This is as high as you can go. Then you go just shoulder width. This is as high as you can go. Your muscles just can't go anymore unless you're hypermobile. And then you have right overhead, the narrow grip, and you can go much higher with that. So that's the first thing. So I do a regular grip, and that means that right here is where my head would be over the bar. With my stretching stick, that would mean that right here is where my head would be. That's a full range pull-up. And next we'll talk about camera angles. So I'm gonna do pull-ups from this direction. This is a hard setup for me to do, so I'm not gonna do this every single time. This is just a demo. And here from a different angle, you'll see that my head is indeed going up above the bar, where I'm going the full range of motion, nice, slow, and controlled. I typically speed these up in video. Next, we're gonna do a couple from this camera angle. I think this is an even better angle, but again, it's not easy to capture this, as I'm by my lonesome. And finally, our normal camera angle. And you can even watch in the video that the shadow of the bar is passing the entirety of my face. It just looks like I'm not going over the bar because of the high video capture angle. All the same form, getting clear height above the bar, but they look different because they're shot from different angles. So if you make any comments in the future videos, you will be tagged in this video. Anywho, moving on to the rest of my play in the park. I did my leg swings followed by a 15-second core hold, finishing with 7 chin-ups. I was kind of tired at this point because of the demos. Next, after work, I did my 10-minute warm-up on the stairmaster, and since we didn't get squats in yesterday, I'm doing them today. I was feeling a little blasé about my squats today, but I just tried out the weights, and it still felt good even though I didn't feel good myself. Doing my standard pyramid set, going up the pyramid and down the pyramid, where I'm topping out at 245 pounds, and today I was able to do 2 reps of it. Once I hit 3 reps at this, I'll increase the weight. That's typically how I do it because I like to safely increase weight. I was a little speedy today on my squat workout, so I decided to do a little bit more, and I was blessed the sleds were open today, so I did 3 sets of sled pushes, where pushing the sled down and back is counted as 1 set, and then I did 3 sets of sled pulls. There were the T-Rex bands on it today, so I just used those for my sled pulls, and I didn't want to unclip and clip it, so I just ended up turning the sled and pulling.